Hey there, sports fans and card enthusiasts. Welcome to the channel. So a few weeks ago, I got the itch to take a little bit of a drive south from my home base in Portland, Oregon to Salem, Oregon for a couple of reasons. One is the closest place where I can get my beloved In-N-Out burgers. Look at those things of beauty right there. Oh, if you've never had an In-N-Out burger, you gotta try one. Of course, they are only located on the West Coast. And I grew up with In-N-Out Burger in Las Vegas for many, many years. Moved to the Pacific Northwest, I don't know, about 15 years ago or so now. And haven't been able to get it until recently when they built a new location in Salem, which is awesome. I'm glad it's there. So happy to have it. But of course, you guys don't want to hear about my food habits or my love for awesome hamburgers and cheeseburgers. What you want to hear about is sports cards, and that is the second reason that I decided to go to Salem, is I had heard a few good things about some of the card shops down there, so I decided to go and check it out for myself and see what I could find, and what I found was pretty cool. Why don't we get into that right now? All right, folks. So on my journey down to Salem, there were three places that I decided I wanted to hit up in a kind of a short amount of time that I had. The first one was a place called Tipton's, which they kind of specialize in everything from coins, jewelry, framed art, and new and vintage baseball cards. They had a whole pretty wide selection there in their store, and Tipton's is pretty cool because they have a pretty decent selection of vintage cards that you could look at and sort through. As you'll see here, they have them up in these kind of display cases and kind of pinned to the walls. Don't worry, they didn't pin through the cards. They have them, on little brackets or pinned in penny sleeves or other card holders. They're on the the kind of the walls there. But some pretty cool stuff that I wanted to check out. The second place that I wanted to check out was a place called New Hobbies Sports Collectibles. I did check them out briefly. However, me being a vintage fan, they did not have a whole lot in the way of vintage cards. They were really specialized more in modern baseball cards and things like Pokemon and some of the Magic and some of the other collectibles that are out there that are definitely newer. So I did check out this shop a little bit. Didn't really get anything there, but want to check it out anyway. And the third place that I decided to check out was the Cosmic Card Shop, kind of near downtown Salem, and really cool shop, kind of hidden away, tucked away in a little basement. Really cool folks there as well. Nice little card shop, which I found some neat stuff there. So in this episode, I'm really going to focus on two of them, Tipton's and Cosmic Card Shop, and kind of go into a little bit about each. So again, I showed you a little bit from Tipton's before. Like I said, they have everything from some bunch of junk wax packs, as you can see here, to some nice older vintage football and basketball cards that they had there. A mix of vintage and newer baseball cards in there in their display cases. And again, that whole little side walls and cases of, mixes of older vintage cards and stuff there. And some pretty cool stuff that I found there, which I'll show you what I picked up from Tipton's. And here's their card. Just for anybody that's interested. It's Tipton's Coins, Jewelry, Framed Art, Ron and Marcy Tipton. I spoke to a gentleman, and I really feel bad about this. It's either Greg or Jeff with a G. I can't remember what his name was, but really nice guy. We spoke at length about all kinds of cool vintage stuff. Even had some really neat vintage some old catalogs and baseball guides and that kind of stuff. Some old postcards from everything from World War II era and even pre-war. Really cool stuff there. So here's a few of the things that I picked up from there. I'll start off there with just a couple of I wanted a better Kevin McReynolds rookie card that I got. That was just $1. 85 Pete Rose. Here's a 1987 Fleer Kirby Puckett. An 84 Fleer Pete Rose. Here's a 77 Nolan Ryan record breaker from 76. Pretty cool card there that I got. The prices on here are mostly what I paid. I think I got the Ryan for 10. 68 Leo DeRocher that I didn't have. A couple of 59 cards that were, in the kind of dollar bins there. Al Dark and Walt Morin. Then I found these, I'm going to put the other two off to the side. There were these really cool old football cards from, I think they were, let's say, 40 or 53 or 56. I can't remember exactly what year these are. Just pull these out here. These are really old baseball or football cards in really great shape. So there's an Eddie Bell, tight end for the Eagles. There's a George Shaw, quarterback for the Colts. And again, I'm blanking on what year these are. I want to say they're 53. Let me see. I can't remember. I want to say they're 53, maybe 54. Ted Butch Marchidroba. It's the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lynn Chandua, halfback for the Steelers. Ed Brown, quarterback for the Bears. Ken McAfee, an end from the New York Giants. Ray Matthews, a halfback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Roosevelt Brown. Very cool Roosevelt Brown card there, which I think that is his rookie card. I think I have one of those previously. Speaking of football, I stayed with football as well. I got this for actually half of what this was, just because of the condition is not the best, but it is an O.J. Simpson rookie card that I got for, I think, around 45 or 50 bucks there. There it is. There's the back. The Juice himself, O.J. Simpson. Say what you will about his life after professional sports. Everybody has their opinions for sure. I know I do. However, no one can deny the greatness that he was on the field as an athlete. And just having an O.J. Simpson rookie card in my collection is something that I've always wanted. So I now have that, thanks to Tipton's. And the last thing that I got there at Tipton's, I think I paid around this price for it, but it's a really immaculate condition. Aside from the centering there, really nice 64 tops in the NL. Hank Aaron and Willie Mays card. I have always wanted this card, never have had a chance to pick it up. The back looks pretty great too. It's ever so slightly faded from the original print, but it's in great shape. If I were to grade, I would think that would grade a 6 or a 7. If not. So happy I got those. So that was Tipton's. And now, as I clear my mat here, let's talk a little bit about the Cosmic Card Shop, which was in downtown Salem as well. So let me just take a second, pull these aside. And as I'm pulling these aside, I'll tell you that the card shop, the Cosmic Card Shop in Salem, awesome little place. It's kind of tucked away in a little kind of downstairs basement. Wonderful gentleman by the name of Chase there. There's Chase waving at you in the camera. Chase was a great guy to talk to. Here's their card as well. It's the Cosmic Card Shop in Salem, Oregon. Buy, sell, trade. They have only been open for, just a little bit of a short time there, but they really, really cool folks that are there. Have a nice selection overall. As you can see here, they have everything from new stuff to, again, the Pokemon and Magic cards to some nice vintage stuff. They do even do stuff on consignment, so folks that are trying to sell high value baseball cards or vintage baseball cards can bring it into the shop there and sell it through Cosmic Cards, and they will work out deals with buyers as well. So like I said, just really, really nice folks to work with. So right when I walked in, got talking to Chase, and Chase was like, hey, I told him about my channel and stuff like that. And he's like, hey, well, let's open up a pack together. So we opened up a pack of 1990 football and got a Joe Montana out of there and a Sterling Sharp, Topps All-Pro, along with some other cards. There's Dexter Carter and Dan Hampton. Of course, I told him about how I eat the gum on my channel, so I had to eat the gum for Chase, which we both got a kick out of. Kind of made me cough a little bit. Even 1990s gum can be, pretty terrible. There's Tim Brown, Mike Schad. So, there's a Tim McGee 1,000 Yard Club, James Hasty, cornerback, Jeff Yeager, kicker for the Raiders, and Eric Sievers. There's a Stevens Teams Ahead, and Deron Cherry. So not too shabby of a card pack opening for that. Wish I had the chance to get it on camera in the store. I should have probably done that. Might have been better for that. I also picked up a few other vintage cards as well. Nothing major here yet that I'll show you, but it was a 79 Eddie Murray. I think I got for it wasn't 12. I think I got this for maybe $5 or so. There's a 66 Ernie Banks that was in it's in kind of beat up condition, but I just want to have another one of these. I think I got this for $10 or $15 there. And then another card I took a chance on was this 1965 Bob Gibson. Looks like it's been signed by him. Obviously, this is not verified or authenticated, but I looked up Bob's signature in a lot of other things, and it is almost identical. Like, if this is somebody's forgery or a kid redoing it, it is spot on. So I think I got this. I think they were asking like $35 or $40. I can't remember, but I think I offered $20 for this, not knowing if it's like legit or not. But it's close. And Chase and I were talking to him, and I told him flat out, I was like, look, this is close. That looks like it's a legit signature. I just didn't want to take the shot at $40-$45 that they were asking. So I did talk to him, and got it for $20. Made a great deal. Also because that one of the reasons I got that for $20 is that I spent a little bit more money there, because I couldn't pass this up. I mentioned earlier some of the consignment stuff that I was talking about. This is one of them. That is a 1967 Topps Mickey Mantle graded SGC4. Was on consignment for only $450. And I had to kind of jump at this. This is a nice, pretty mint condition. It's about $800 to $1,000 card or so. And having it graded at a 4, I couldn't pass that up. Plus, I like Chase so much, and I like this Cosmic Card Shop. I just really felt like I should spend some money there. So I already have one of these cards. I don't have it graded though, so now I do have a graded card, and I'm very, very happy about that. And the last thing that I kind of got there, for the pop culture stuff, I have not seen these anywhere. I mean, I know they existed. I've heard of them. I have not found these anywhere online. These are Simpsons pop culture cards. 8 fabulous cards and 1 lousy sticker, it says on the front. So I'm excited when we do the pop culture stuff. Maybe we'll do an episode just around this one, just around the Simpsons. So these are from the Topps Company 1990, 20th Century Fox. So those are going to be a whole lot of fun to open as well. So there was some really cool stuff. I got these card shops. As I said, I was down there in Salem for a few hours. Tipton's was great. Definitely check them out if you're in the Salem area. Cosmic Cards, absolutely outstanding. Check them out if you're down in the downtown Salem area. And even if you're not a vintage person and you're into the newer cards, definitely check out New Hobby Sports Collectibles. Really nice guys in there in that shop as well. There are a few other card shops that were there that either weren't open or I just didn't have time to get to. There's also apparently a really good flea market, I guess, that is down there on Saturdays, and I just haven't had a whole lot of time to get down there and check it out. I wasn't able to again this time, but I'm definitely going to go back to Salem and see if that flea market has some hidden gems as well, because in the Pacific Northwest, flea markets, unlike places like back east, like Ohio, Pennsylvania, where I know there are folks out there with card channels that are talking about every weekend they go to a flea market, pick up some amazing, great new thing. We just don't have a whole lot of those, awesome flea markets in the Pacific Northwest. So if I can get out and see one at one of these points, I'm definitely going to do that and see if there are hidden vintage gems there as well. That's it, folks. That's all I wanted to show you guys today. Like I said, there's some nice stuff from, both card shops. There's the stuff from Cosmic. Here's the stuff from Tipton's as well. So pretty cool stuff. And I'm happy. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time.